Yeah, welcome to somewhere. Got teleported.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
So we don't have the right key. One way to get out of here, apparently. What is this? Okay, since they're stuck, might as well the opportunity and replenish our life. Unknown something. Okay. What is it? It's a grave. It doesn't look good. Fish soup. Stew. I have no goddamn clue where I am, that's the biggest problem. This looks like a dead-end canyon. Ooh, there's a road. The prison colony. Yeah, probably don't want to go there, but there's a building. Nothing else, we can probably get directions. Looks like a inn or a tavern. The dead harpy. The fact that there are skulls there don't exactly inspire confidence. Probably shouldn't be coming here yet. Be so. Why exactly? This is probably you want to do carpentry. Landowner, monastery, Corinis. So let's go back to Corinis. Corinis Pass Tavern.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
Ah, shit.
You deserve that lowlife.
So we will need to find an alternative way back. We're not gonna get past those guys alive.
That was no big deal. If he doesn't see that, I can't help it. It had to happen
So
sooner or later. I'd have gone about it differently. And there's more, believe me.
see if we can find some aid here.
I agree with you completely. Who are you?
I'm
It's no
Orlan,
secret.
the keeper of this here modest tavern. What are you looking for, stranger?
You.
Maybe a decent sword or a good piece of armor? A good swig from the country stills or just some information? I can give you all that and more if your coins ring.
What kind of armor can you offer me?
I have here a very nice piece that is sure to please you.
I'm no better off.
I'm saying that we already have.
I'll think about it.
As you like, but don't wait too long.
That doesn't surprise me.
Tell me that isn't true.
How's it going with your tavern?
Times have been
Nothing
better,
makes it
you
me
know?
anymore.
People's purses aren't as open as they used to
Thinks
be.
it's as easy as that.
I agree Show with me you your completely. wares.
If you can pay,
You just have to listen.
Yeah, damage 150, strength required 150.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'd have gone about it differently.
Leather belt.
Can't rely
Weapon
on
protection 5, arrow protection 5, together with leather armor.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
We have some kind of a belt.
that. Been there, done that.
Is it really
How much
true?
would it? 250. But it only works with this armor we have now, so either we buy it at the moment, or we're not gonna get it. We do have a
Nobody wants
belt
to know.
though. I want to see what it is. Strength bonus
Nothing you can
5.
do about it.
I've
It's
got
a
no
better
time for
build
things like
because
that.
it functions together with all armors.
He doesn't
And we're
see
trying
that.
to save money, so I'm not sure I want to get the extra 5
say that
weapon
myself.
protection. We have 28 though, so it would help, I think, quite a bit. Not against proper enemies. We're gonna say little enemies or animals we've been facing. With there, it would keep the need of healing to a minimum.
That was obvious all along.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Show me your wares.
if you can pay.
These days.
He really
250.
should have known better.
Oh, shit.
Doesn't see that.
The problem here is
I couldn't get away with that.
it's quarter to the needed gold for the monastery.
I'm staying
So
out of it.
I'll buy it.
It's a bad business.
I couldn't care less.
If there's one thing I've learned from this game is that
I'd have gone about it differently.
it's not worth being
That will
cheap
never
here.
change.
Gold, after all, it doesn't do anything for you. 5 extra points in weapon protection gives us a significant protection against most attacks.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Nobody wants to know.
Is the beer any good here?
It's not exactly the best, but in these bleak times, you can't be
I'm
choosy.
staying out of it.
What are you doing here?
Up until a few weeks ago, I was slaving away on the landowner's fields. One day it just got too much for me, and I took myself out of there straight away. Now I'm my own boss. Everything I own is in this chest here. That's all I need, too. Interested in a little contest?
People.
I couldn't care less.
Did anything else of interest happen?
Not that I know of.
Anything new?
Nobody tells me anything.
He really should.
What kind of a contest would that be?
I call it bottoms up. The rules are quite simple. We take turns ordering a tankard of the best beer the old geezer has to offer. Every tankard has to be drunk dry so that it doesn't even leave a ring if you set it on the table upside down.
Say that myself.
The last man standing wins. The loser pays the tab and a steak. Well, how about it?
Maybe some other time, when I'm not in a hurry.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Could I bet on someone else?
I never knew that.
I don't know who else could I bet on.
No one really wants to hear that.
That was obvious all along.
Could I bet on someone else, though?
Certainly. If you
That will
finally
never
manage to
change.
find someone with the guts to go up against me, then I'll bet with you. Everybody pays the same amount into a pot. The winner gets
No one
everything.
really wants to hear
The
that.
size of the stake depends on your purse. Bring me someone who dares to go up against me and you've got a bet.
Nobody wants to know.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
No one really wants to hear that.
It will never open.
I never knew that.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'd have gone about it differently.
You just have to listen.
We could rent a room.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I'll never get this open without the
I
right
couldn't
key.
care less.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
That, I can't help him.
No one really wants to hear that.
I never knew that.
We'll
I
see.
couldn't get away with that.
It's a bad business.
I'm staying out of it.
It's worth a few gold pieces probably.
You just have to listen.
Yeah, this wasn't all that important. We do have to find our way back to the city, and more importantly, a way that isn't guarded by the bandits.
That was obvious.
They're too much for us at the moment.
No idea, you tell me.
It's to the monastery, Corinis. I'm sort of interested in going to the monastery, just to see is the entry requirement really that high. Yeah, I remember you. Okay, they're quite a bit more dangerous than they were in the first game. These were mostly the most pathetic enemies, now they're better than wolves. I'm thinking of doing a suicide run. Basically, just try to get into the monastery to see what the requirement is. But it can't be too tough, I mean... One of the starter locations that you can potentially go to. Another rat. Hopefully if we move just past them, is an evil shrine.
Innos be with you. What can I do for you, Wanderer?
Where will this path take me?
The path leads to the monastery of the Magicians of Fire. However, access is permitted only to the servants of Innos. If you want to be accepted as a novice in the monastery, you must bring a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
What are you doing here?
I am a magician of fire, a priest of our god, Innos. This shrine is consecrated to him, the highest god, the creator of the fire and lord of justice. People come to me in order to pray to Innos and be blessed. And for a small donation, you can get many useful things from me.
Show me your wares.
I wonder if we could get the whatever the artifact of Innos was with the paladins first, and maybe with that we could skip the 1000 entry fee and the sheep. And a bonus 10 hit points, bonus 30. Create goblin skeleton. Sleep. Heal light wounds. Light. Fire arrow. Small lightning. Pitch. Sulfur.
May Innos watch over you always.
And it seems to confirm what I said earlier. And that fight the birds at least. So a swamp. I still would like to avoid the 1000 gold entry fee.
Welcome to the monastery of Innos, stranger. I am Brother Pedro, a humble servant of Innos and the warder of the gate to the holy monastery. What is it you require?
Tell me about life in the monastery.
We live in the monastery in order to serve Innos. We novices perform the work and study the scriptures when we have the opportunity. The magicians watch over us, and they explore the arts of magic.
I want to enter the monastery.
Only the servants of Innos are allowed to enter the monastery. If you want to pray to Innos, go find one of the roadside shrines. You will find the tranquility to pray there.
What do I have to do to be accepted in the monastery?
If you want to be accepted into the Brotherhood of Innos, you must learn and obey the rules of the monastery. Also, we demand the gifts to Innos from each new novice. A sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
Now that's a whole lot of gold.
It is a sign that you are beginning a new life as a servant of Innos. When you are accepted, you will be forgiven all your previous transgressions. And consider, you cannot take back the decision to become a servant of Innos.
What are the rules you live by?
Innos is the god of truth and justice, and thus we may never lie or commit a crime. Should you transgress against a brother of the community or steal our property, you will pay a penalty for it. Innos is also the god of law and fire. As a novice, you must show obedience and respect to all magicians of fire.
I see.
Furthermore, it is the duty of a novice to carry out all the work in the monastery for the good of the community. If you are prepared to follow these rules and have the offering to Innos, we are willing to accept you into our monastery as a novice.
Okay, requirements confirmed. It still leaves us with the... We can get the amulet of Innos. How could they refuse? 1,000 gold isn't exactly out of our reach either, but it's gold I'd much rather use on something else. Belt of Force 500. It would still be a significant investment on our part, extremely significant. Basically everything we have, and I'm not sure even if that's enough. So there's a lot of work that could go towards more runes or proper armor, something like that. So there are animals certainly on the path, but there's no need to really fight them. They're the types that give you warnings. If you just run past them, that's okay too. But it's very good to know what I was sort of a little bit skeptical that the requirements the first guy told us were the actual requirements. I was sort of thinking that he might sort of take the reward himself. So the gold requirement especially seems odd.
Hey, you! What's the matter?
What's the matter? Just look at that mess under the bridge over there. I haven't seen anything like it in my entire life. Those swine should be exterminated, I tell you.
What happened?
I was traveling with my helpers when those horrible brutes came jumping on my cart out of the blue and butchered everybody. I'm lucky that I still know how to dish out a decent right hook, or they would have killed me too.
Who were those people?
The bandits. Who else? They took over the bridge up there. They rob everybody who tries to pass the bridge. I knew they were lurking up there, so I passed under the bridge instead. But my cart and my goods must have been too tempting for them. Those scumbags simply jumped from the bridge directly onto my cart. I should have tried to steal past in the night.
That stuff there under the bridge is yours?
The cart, the goods, everything. But none of it is really any value to me. The only thing that's irreplaceable are the 3 stone tablets they stole from me.
Okay, maybe we can learn more about those. What the hell are they used for?
Stone tablets?
The water mage in town wants to buy them from me, and I promised he'd get them. I must have them back at any cost, or my reputation will be tarnished.
What would a water mage want with them?
He said he was going to study them, and asked me to bring him more.
Where did you get those stone tablets?
I found them near old buildings, such as mausoleums, or sometimes in caves. I've already sold a whole bunch of them to the water mages in town. They're pretty rare down here, though. I found most of them northeast of Corinus.
Why don't you simply go looking for new ones?
During that melee with the bandits, I sprained my ankle. I can still hobble along, but I don't want to walk very far on this foot.
Are you a citizen of the town?
Haven't been in ages, boy. There's no love lost between me and the corrupt swine in the upper quarter of Corinus. I used to have quite a bit of influence there, you know, but that was months ago.
You managed to drive back the bandits?
Yes, but I'm sure they're still up there on the bridge.
Can you teach me how to hit hard like that?
Of course I can.
Show me your wares.
I can't sell you anything. All my stuff lies over there, under the bridge, lad. I can only sell you something once I get home, but I won't leave here until I have my stone tablets back.
Wonder if we should keep the tablets. I certainly want to talk to the water mage about them and see what the hell they are really. We know that there's supposed to be history writings of the sort.
Alright, so much for you, filthy beast.
So the other road where the bandits are goes over that bridge there. So someone turned to skeleton already. I guess the mole rats were easing them.
Nothing to plunder.
Golden arrows, if nothing else. Bound arrows will be all that useful for me. Chance to hit with my skill is basically 10%, so yeah. Weed masher. Few low quality items. Oh, there's a cave there, is it? It is. Not exactly a good place to be in. Yep. Too bad of a condition. We do want to kill those mole rats though. Seems like there's at least a little bit of loot there. Want to try the militia sword. Okay, it's not in any way really better. That's a bad position to fight in. Exactly a lot we can do about it though. No critical hits. You can easily see every time you don't get a critical hit, it's just the standard very inefficient strike.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Okay, this was totally useless. Leather satchel.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Okay, key. The gold. So 100. No, it has to be 166 gold. Really? Didn't we have something like 300 just a moment ago?
I used to say that myself.
No, we used that to buy the armor. No, we used that to buy the belt.
Who said that? He wants to know.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, let's go. We're in bad condition. I'm hoping we're fairly close to the city. Oh, it's a wolf. Yeah, I can see the city right there in the horizon. So we don't need a lot. Need to kill a wolf though. Please hit the wolf. Ah, close, too close. Anyway, we're very, very close. Don't want to waste a torch here either. That's a goblin. Be able to take it down. Goblins were sort of sucky. I mean, we killed one right at the start with our terrible abilities. Okay. Might be get killed by these rats. And the rest probably gave up. Ah, this is the orc cave. So, excellent. Excellent indeed. And the light somehow increases when we're inside the cave. Well, there are torches here. I suppose we could kill the meat bugs. No experience gained. Let's leave them alone then. Okay, let's try not to use the teleporter. Did we miss on anything? Chest.
I know nothing
Yeah,
about picking
in
locks.
minutes. No, no, we didn't. Don't go there. Yep, no, we did not miss on anything. So let's wrap up the. No, let's go to the water mage first. No, we might as well go and rest. We don't want to do anything during nighttime anyway. Or do we? Not now. There are a few ideas I'd have, but we would probably need either sneaking or lockpicking, maybe both. So let's just go and rest. So two things: return the orc weapon and talk to the water mage. But why he wants the stone tablets? Why are they worth collecting? And we do need to make a choice, either go after the Amulet of Enos or go after the Fire Mage membership. We might try to go after the Amulet, because with our learning skill amounts, we wouldn't be able to learn any magic anyway, so sort of waste effort, I suppose, until we get more levels.
Who says things like that?
And if we're lucky, we can avoid paying the 1000 gold.
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward. Great! Here, take a few potions as a reward.
I don't know what else to do with those. Oh, what did we get? Potions that we aren't using anyway. Well, the Necromancer also said they're basically worthless to him.
All that Enos created was destroyed by Beliar. Adonos saw that...
The thing is...
I can't read that.
yeah. If we sell them to him, are we able to make any use of them? Because just looking at them sort of implies we might be able to read them. So maybe we are better holding on to them. I didn't notice us getting anything of real value.
And Enos, in his wisdom...
I've got this stone tablet.
Those are art. There are several, and that is the... I shall give...
Still have the tablets, yeah. Vetras is interested in those strange stone tablets that can be found around here. He promised to pay a good price for them. Yeah, I'm holding on to them for now. The price wasn't that good in the first place, so I have a feeling I'm basically giving them up for without knowing what they are, for a very cheap price.
Hey! I've got the orc weapon you wanted.
Show me. It's been a while since I've had a weapon like this in my hands. I was a soldier back in the Orc War. Those were tough times, I can tell you. I didn't think you could do it. I'm impressed.
Can I sign on as an apprentice with a different master?
You're a good man. I'll give you my approval. Brian will still be here for a while, and a strong lad to take his place will turn up in time.
I think we're done. Yeah, we only need about 860 points to get to the next level up, so this did help quite a bit.
I'm no better off myself.
I want to start as your apprentice.
Great. You seem to know the basics already. Harrod thinks you're a good man. Thorben gave you his blessing. I'm not all that pious, but I'm fine with it. Constantino says you can sign up wherever you want for all he cares, and Matteo says you're worth your weight in gold. This means you have the approval of all masters. You can work for me at any time if you want.
I'm in.
You aren't going to regret this. I think we'll be able to work together well.
Okay, another 300 from that, so about 500 for the next level up.
What are my tasks as an apprentice?
That's easy. Bring me as many pelts as you can get. I'll pay you a better price for them than any of the other traders would give you. Apart from that, you needn't show up here in the shop. I can get along just fine by myself.
And where am I supposed to sleep?
I don't have any room for you here. They're bound to have a bed for you in the hotel at the marketplace.
Okay, so we can sell our crap at a higher price. Need to know how to deal with more creatures, though this didn't help us all that much.
I've got a few skins for you.
Wolfskin, that's good. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
Show me your wares.
Suppose we have to basically learn how to deal with each individual, or how to harvest each individual monster separately.
It can't go on like this forever. There's nothing you can do about it.
So talk to everyone, I guess. Not exactly new to us. 226 gold, not a lot, but we should gain access to the inner courtyard now. And that's the main thing. But that's only a start. Can I train lockpicking now?
Can you sell me some lockpicks?
Well, all right, but they won't be of any use to you.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
You have paid Gritta's debt with Matteo. You seem to be a decent fellow. I shall teach you what you want to know. However, I cannot do it for free. I still have a mountain of debts, and I need the money.
How much do you charge?
200 gold pieces.
Maybe later. Your niece had 100 gold pieces.
What? The brazen little serpent. That was my gold. She took it from my chest. Give it back to me. I have to pay off Lamar first. Matteo can get his money later.
I've already given Matteo his gold.
Damn. Oh well, a debt is a debt. At least you didn't keep the money. I guess I should thank you for that.
I do want to learn the skill. However, we can probably get the training for free from somewhere else too. This is my main concern here. On the other hand, we already have a couple of chests we could get access to, at least 3 that I know of. So, do we have? I'm more worried. Do we have the learning points?
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
You have paid. However,
how much do you
200.
Fine. Here are 200 gold pieces.
This money will really help me. We can start as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, we don't have the skills. So, no point giving him the money either. That does put me in a little bit of an awkward position. Yeah, it'll take the entire level up. I still think that's probably a worthwhile investment. So we will be left with 5 points again. I suppose we could take sneaking. That's only 5 points, and it would allow us to rob people. But after that, we need to rob people because in order to get to this point, we had to spend quite a bit of gold, so we have to earn it back. By the way, that's not important right now. We need extra 10 points anyway before we can put that plan into action. Could we go into the upper quarters now? See what's there.
Halt! Only the citizens of the town and the king's troops can get into the upper end of the town.
I'm a respected citizen of Corinus. Let me pass.
Whatever prompted the masters of Corinus to let you sign on as an apprentice, I don't want to know about it. You may enter, but behave yourself. Otherwise, you'll have the worst trouble in your life.
I'm hoping we might have income earning possibilities here too, so it's not just for our little quests.
What's new?
Since the collapse of the barrier, open trade with the big farmer has abruptly stopped. Who knows what he's plotting? There's something fishy going on.
Who are the important figures around here?
Up until recently, it was the governor and the judge. But then the paladins came and took over the city. Lord Hagen is their leader. He's the new governor, more or less. Lord Andre is his right-hand man. He leads the city guard and acts as a judge as well. Everyone in the city who's guilty of something has to answer to him.
What's interesting in this town?
You can buy almost anything you can imagine here. But almost everything that you can buy. If you don't have enough money, then maybe Lamar the moneylender.
We could lend 1,000 gold. I don't want to do that though. It's the screams of trouble.
Ah, you again. So, you actually managed to get into the upper quarter. There are some things you must heed here. Otherwise, you will wind up outside as fast as you got in here. You're only allowed to enter the merchants' buildings. You can recognize them by the signs over the door. Just so there are no misunderstandings. The other buildings belong to important citizens. There is nothing there for you. The important citizens of this town live in this quarter. So treat them with respect. Do we understand each other?
Sure.
I don't believe this is going to change business. That's no secret.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Yes. That they let someone like you in here. Such a thing hasn't happened in ages.
He really should have.
Yeah.
I don't know why he gets
Dickhead.
Where can I find Lord Hagen?
He's in the town hall, at the end of the upper quarter. But you will not be admitted there without a good reason.
He really should have known better.
Yeah, I've come to get the Eye of Inas.
I have come to get the Eye of Inos.
The sacred Eye of Inos. How do you know about that? You're not a member of the Order.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our Order to you. But he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But
I don't want to hear any more about it. First you start with fairy tales about dragons, and then this. Incredible.
He really didn't deserve
Didn't exactly expect a lot from that.
what are you doing here?
Who are you then? Looks like you're new and have no idea what's going on around here. They call me Gabrant. That's Mr. Gabrant. Sir, to you. Got it?
I get the point, Mr. Gerbrandt, sir.
At least it didn't take you too long to grasp how the wind blows around here. As soon as business starts picking up again, I can surely find a use for a great big guy like you. You'd make a really good depot master. Can you read?
Of course.
Fine, fine. Trained staff is hard to come by. How about your references?
References?
All right. I shall remember your face. Once trade picks up again, come and see me. I just might have a job for you by then.
Anything new?
People like you have no business up here. This is where the respectable society resides, and not tramps or crooks. If you should ever succeed in becoming wealthy and respectable, you might find yourself more welcome here.
You mustn't believe everything. He doesn't see that. I can't help.
How's business?
Not so great. Back when the barrier was still in place, times were better. The prisoners would scrape boxes and boxes of ore from the mines, and my ships then brought it to the mainland. On their way back, they bought food and other wares. But now we're cut off from the mainland, and I have to rely on the farmers for supplies.
How do you make a living now?
Right now, I'm living off my savings. But if I can't get back into business, times are gonna get rough for me. I agree with you completely.
I couldn't care less.
I don't believe it. Nobody will learn anything from me.
So anything of real interest here? What's this? That's the mayor's house, very likely. So what is this?
Sooner or later.
It's a quite sizable district. I expected it to be a lot smaller.
Hey, you!
My name is Ludero. I buy and sell all kinds of things.
What wares do you have to offer?
Well, especially rare and unusual things. So far, I've always managed to fulfill my customers' wishes.
Show me your wares.
Speed potion. Meadow knotweed. Oblivion. Oblivion is a memory loss spell. It's basically, I think, the game maker's way to allow you to fix certain things if you screw things up too badly.
Anything to himself. Honestly, I witnessed it myself. You don't say.
Glacier quartz.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Doesn't have anything particularly interesting things.
He can't keep
Rambo.
What are you doing here?
I make sure that nobody enters the houses. Explicit order from Lord Hagen, and don't even think about violating this order.
How are things?
At the moment, everything is quiet.
Someone's gonna
Touching that.
So don't enter houses.
It was just like you said.
You don't have to tell me that.
What can you tell me about this area?
You are now in the upper part of town. Where do you want to go?
Things I could tell you.
Thanks, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay, the harbor is probably more interesting anyway. But
I knew that would be a problem. I hardly know
good to know our options.
I don't believe that.
Salandril's potions. Name sounds familiar.
Welcome, traveler. Looking for a fine potion? I have a large selection and reasonable prices, and my potions are much better than the stuff that Zurus sells.
Show me your wares.
Healing, mana. Snapperweed. Store. Fire Rain. Amulet of Fire. Fire damage 500, yeah. Bit outside my price range.
You don't say. He'd better
Yeah, I guess there would be a decent amount of thievery options here too. And sneaking and lockpicking probably mandatory. Also, it doesn't appear that there are that many things you can do here.
Tell me that isn't true. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I've got no time.
Yeah, talk to Fernando.
That was obvious all along.
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
Sorry.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
No idea. You tell me.
It's a bad
Okay. What exactly is this place?
I never knew that.
Sort of looks like a shop, but maybe it's a barracks area.
That will never change.
So, alternative way to enter.
Same old thing all over again.
He would have never thought of that himself.
We have to be able to do something here. Some kind of option needs to open up for us. Although we haven't visited the harbor yet, that might offer a decent amount of options too.
Hey! What are you doing here?
What do you think, huh? I'm a gardener. I take care of the garden.
You're pretty much by yourself here, aren't you?
Yes, and it should stay that way. I'm glad that I have some peace here. Once, they wanted to send me to the penal colony because I did some guy in. But Larius, the governor, needed another gardener, and so I could stay here. Over time, this garden has become my home, and I'm content with that.
Are you growing herbs as well?
A few. I'm growing fireweed and fire nettles. I also tried swamp weed, but that doesn't really thrive here. Well, I just harvested. So if you want to buy something...
Show me your wares.
Fairly cheap items with mana bonus. Maybe we could take him out too. He's here all alone, separated from the rest. But what would be the point? Maybe he has access to the building. You need the amulet of Inas, one way or another.
And it's gonna get even worse. Don't tell this to anyone.
Hey, you! I am Geryon, master of two-handed combat and paladin of the king. Why are you disturbing me? Can you train me? If you wish to learn something, you must turn to a teacher from outside of our order. I am a warrior, not a teacher.
Oh, could we try to bullshit our way inside? That's
Halt!
it.
Only men who are in service to the king may enter the town hall.
I need to speak to Lord Hagen.
Do you know how often I've heard that? You can't go in. If you try anyway, I'll have to kill you.
I suppose we could become part of the militia. Because Paladins is the order we need to become part of. But I think I'd rather join the mages.
That was obvious all along.
They'll still leave us with quite a few things to do here. Harbor would be the most obvious thing. It seemed like a quite sizable place, and we have missing people there, so very likely a crime-related thing, which would provide a reward. Other thing would be that. But in order to take any use of those, we need 500 experience points. And okay, stone tablets, merchants raid, bottoms up, teleporter stones, the portal, monastery, Bosporus bow, Joe. Okay, I don't even know what some of these are. Trader from Corinthus says that a man named Joe has simply vanished without a trace. Joe knows how to get into one of the city towers where the militia keeps their arms. It would be one of these towers, probably. Okay. So we are a member of the citizenry here, and it didn't really help us all that much. The main help is that we got a level up and are almost reaching level 4, so it did help. The financial aid is good too.
Hey, you're new in town.
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
That's what I've always said.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
Nothing surprises me anymore. What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Yeah, Valentino has been complained about now by multiple people, so maybe we should talk to him. I got the impression that he's there during night time only though. Yeah, I guess this is a harbor. Ah. Okay.
What with?
I think we could potentially gain access here. Yeah, I think that might work. Crap. Yeah, I think that might be something you can climb onto, which would allow you to gain access to the store chests there. They're probably locked though. And refuses to climb up there. Oh. It's hard. This is a bit of a pain to ask because it's hard to tell what you can climb up and what not. Another way. We could gain access to towers here thanks to Joe. That might also allow us to do the same thing basically. Get to the other side of the wall and just drop down where we need to. We can get to the roof there, that would also be sufficient. That's hard to tell where the game allows you to climb and where it doesn't. because we're clearly close enough to be able to climb up there, but for some reason it doesn't allow us to climb up from here. I mean, it's harder to climb up on the roof of a building, and that's something it allows us to do. So we can't go because the game says so. That's basically it. That might be jumpable. No. Anyway. Yeah, I just don't get it. This is something that it climbs easily. Then wall of exact same height, something it doesn't. Suppose we could try to jump there then. No. At least it was an idea. I'm sure you could do some clever things with these. Seems very close here. Ah, shit. Why don't you just go there? No, the game doesn't want us to go there. Anyway, I'll be ending here. I'm certain you must be able to get there somehow. Anyway, well, it's something we'll worry some other time.